for three planes, that is idea plane, notational plane, and verbal plane. First idea plane will come, then verbal plane, and then notational plane. Okay. So here, for what purpose we have to learn these canons? Okay. So canons means in general term, it is a law, but when we are using it for library science, then for example, some basic laws are there. Okay. So basic process of thinking, that is called as a law. Then once we use it for library science, then it is called as a fundamental law. So once we use it for any discipline, then it is called as a fundamental law. And once we are using for the sub-discipline, like in under library science, library classification is there. So that is called as a canons. Okay, and that's why here canon is, we are using the canon word. So at least you should know the meaning of canon. Okay, so canon means generally for a simple term, you can understand it is a law. Okay, but once we are using for the sub discipline, then it is called as a canon. So that is why canon for library classification, we can use the term canon for library classification. So there are three planes which we are going today, going into the depth of all these three plane. What is this three plane, and then how these three plane work in the library classification, that is idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane. Okay, I request whose mic is on, then please off the mic so that I can take the class smoothly without any disturbance. Okay, and once it is go into the sub-discipline, then it is also called as the principles, and work of classifying, it is called as the postulates. So slowly we are also learning about all the terms which we are using for these canons of three planes. Okay, so canon, for just for understanding, you can see that canon means it is a fundamental laws, and that we are going into the depth of the sub-discipline. So library science is a main discipline, and under library science, we are going to library classification. And for library classification or even for cataloging also, the same term we are using, that is canon. Okay. So canon for idea means canon for library classification, canon for library cataloging. So like this, we are using the term. So you just understand canon means it is a, we can say, means in the broader term, it is a laws, it is a fundamental laws. Okay, so the various basic terms and terminology are there which is related with all when we see the canons in depth. But I thought means before starting directly the canons, you should know the concept, basic concept and terminology, and that's why all this basic concept now we are going to learn the basic concept. Okay, so what happened in classification, when we do the library classification, we have seen what is meant by library classification. Okay, and then we have also seen the purpose, functions, need for library classification, and means how to do the library classification, like what are the various steps for library classification. So these fundamental basic concepts are related with all this library classification. So classification is nothing but we are grouping the entities. Okay, or we are making the different groups for the universe of knowledge, and you are now understanding what is my mean by the universe of knowledge. Okay, so here first is the original universe. So what is mean by original universe? The class to which all other classes will hang. Okay, that is called as a original universe. For example, we can take, like for example, if you want to classify the students in the classroom. So student in the classroom is the universe, original universe, means from which we can divide it or from which we can make a different groups. Okay, so that is called as the original universe, from which we can make a different classes. So that is called as a original universe. So if I want to classify your class, then how what will be the original universe? it will be the student. So all the students, from the students we can divide the different classes. Okay, we can group the different classes, we can rank the different classes. So student here is the original universe. I think you are understanding it. Then the next concept is unitary class. Okay, so unitary class means a class containing one and only one entity. So students are more. Okay, here like say for MLIC first year one means 40 students are there. So 40, all 40 are coming under students category. So that is original universe. But unitary class means one entity in between the students. Okay, so for example, a boy in a classroom is a unitary class. We are taking the example which you can understand easily. Okay, so students are the original universe from which we are making a different classes. Then unitary class means one entity of the universe, original universe. So not only we are taking only 40 students, but some only one unitary class we are taking. So that is a boy. So boy is a unitary class from which we can make a different groups. We can make a different classes. Okay. Then multiple classes. So multiple classes means class consisting of two or more entities. Means instead of only one boy, we can take here boys. Okay. So whatever boys are there in the classroom, we can take all the boys. So that is called as a multiple class. So here in this slide, you are seeing the three concept. First is original universe. Original universe means through which we can make a different classes, like example students. Okay, then unitary class means only one entity we are taking, like means 40 students. Suppose for example you can take so 20 students for girls and 20 students as boys. Okay, so here one we take a one entity like boy, then it is called as a unitary class. Okay, then multiple class means one entity, unitary class we are taking, but here in which multiple ways we are taking. So multiple means boys in the classroom. Okay, so I think did you getting the point? Then the next one is group. So after original universe, then we have seen the unitary class, and then what we have seen? Can anybody tell? Original universe we have seen, unitary class also we have seen, and multiple class also we have seen. Okay. Then group. So what is meant by group? Any segregate of entities formed by the division of a universe. So any segregate, sub-segregate of entities. So based on the entity, we are taking as one characteristics. So one characteristics here we are taking, that is, for example, groups of boys by age. So age, what we have taken? Age only. So among the groups, how we can make a different groups according to the characteristics. So here characteristics is main to form the various types of group. So only we are taking the boys, groups of boys by age. Okay, so age here one characteristics. You can say that you can take the different characteristics also to group the boys or to make a different groups of the boys. Okay, like height you can take it, like the qualification you can also take it, their weight also you can take it, their date of birth also you can take it. So their characteristics may be different for grouping, for converting into the various type of groups. Okay, so those who are having the like say 20 to 25 age, they will be in the one group. Then 26 to 30 age, they will be in the one group. So like this we are making the different groups of boys according to the characteristics. That characteristics we are using here age. Okay, so that is called as a group. After grouping it, now what we are doing, means based on the universe of knowledge, or based on the universe, we have created a different classes. There also we are taking a one entity, and we can also take a multiple entity. So based on the characteristics here, we can group it according to various characteristics. We can group the boys. Okay. After grouping it, what we are doing in classification, we are doing the ranking. Okay. So what is mean by ranking? So here ranking means arranging groups in a definite sequence. So here you can take one example: boys arranged by their increasing order of their age. So here whatever group we have created, so we can make a different ranking. So in first group, those boys who are means in between 20 to 25, they can come in. They have a one sequence, like one sequence. They will be in the one sequence of order. Okay. Then the 25 or means 26 to 30 group, we will arrange it in the second arrangement, or in the second order. Okay. So like this, here ranking means we are making a different groups of boys based on the age. So here one means boys are there, and based on the boys we are making according to the age also, we are making a different type of groups, and that is ranking also we are doing. So, okay. So here one group will be 20 to 25, second group will be 26 to 30, third group will be 31 to 35. So like this, you are giving a ranking based on the some order. Okay. So here based on the increasing order or increasing of the boy's age, we can make a different group. So that is called as a ranking. So once you create the ranking, that means you are creating the array. Array also we will see in the next slide. So once you are creating a different type of groups based on the characteristics, after that you are creating the ranking, and that ranking is called as the array. Okay. Again, we are dividing this one into different points, like 1.1, then 1.2, then 1.3. So like this. So this is one array, this is the second array. Now we can take the example. When we learn the array, the next in the next slide, the concept will come. Then what is meant by class? A ranked group is called as a class. So here class of 11-year-old. So suppose we have taken here just a 11-year-old here, for example, but we have make a different classes based on the 20 to 25. So that this is called as a one class. Okay. This one is showing, or this group is showing whatever ranking we have done based on the age group, that is called as one class. This is a second class, this is a third class. Okay. So what is meant by class? Class, a ranked group is called as a class, and that is the class of 20 to 25-year old. They are having in the one class, they are having in one group. Okay. So group we have learned ranking and class. So in the first slide, what we have learned, how the original universe will be there. After that, what will be the universe, means unitary sequence, and means unitary class, and then how is the multiple class. Based on the multiple classes, we can make a group. After grouping it, we can give them ranking. Okay. And that whatever ranking we are giving, it may be means increasing order. So according to the increasing order, if we are providing the ranking, then it will convert into the class. Even for decreasing order also, if we are providing, but generally increasing order will be followed. Those who are having the less age, they will come first. After that, the next age will come then. So like this, we are following some of the order. So here the class is means a ranked group is called as a class. May I request whose mic? Roshni Waghade, your mic, please unmute, mute your mic. Okay, every time your mic is on. Oh, okay, we can take next. Now, till now, are you getting the point? Till now, it is okay. Then we can take the next that is called as a characteristics. Now you are understanding what is meant by the characteristics. So characteristic is nothing but it is the principle of division through which we are making a different groups, or through which we can divide it. So that is called as a characteristics. Here in the previous slide we have taken the example of age. So according to age, those who are having the 20 to 25 age, they will come in one class. 26 to 30, they will come in one class, second class. So that is called as a characteristic. So based on the age, we are making a different type of groups. Okay, we are making a different type of groups, and that is called, that one group is called as a class. So here you can take a different examples also, not only age, but according to the height, according to the qualification of the students, according to their mother tongue also, you can make a different group. It depends, means for what purpose you are doing the classification. Suppose if I want to do the classification of MLIC first year student for choosing for sports, so our characteristics will be different. Okay, so what will be your age, what will be your height, how healthy you are. So based on that characteristics, I will choose you for the sports. Okay, but if I want to take for any essay competition or for any examination, then what will be the characteristic? I will choose your percentage, or what will be your qualification. Based on that, I will choose it. So how we are choosing the characteristics, it depends on the purpose of classification. For what purpose you are classifying it. Okay, for what purpose you are making a different class, for what purpose you are making a different groups, for what purpose you are making a different ranking. So it is based on for what purpose we are classifying it. So that according to that you can choose a characteristics. Okay, so here your characteristics means it is based on that we can divide it into different groups or different classes. So that is the principle of division. Then the next concept is array. So array means classes derived from a universe by a single characteristics. So here we have previous example, we can also repeat it. Whatever boys we have divided according to the age. Okay, so those who are coming in 21, then 20, 20, 21, then 22, then 23. So based on the age, boys of the age, we are grouping it. Okay, so this is called one array. Okay, so and here also you can take a different dividation, like 20. Those who are having a 20.1 month, they will come here. Those who are having 20.2 months, they will come here. So like this we can make a array. So what is mean by array? Array means classes derived from a universe by a single characteristics. Okay, so here you can take the another example, like boys as a group according to the height. So according to the height, if you are converting the groups, various type of group or classes, then the means you can take this is the height. Okay, so this will be the height, and those who are having a very short height, they will come in one class. Those who are having the medium height, they will come in one class. Those who are very tall, they will come in one class. So like this, one array we are creating it. So whenever we make a different characteristics, means based on the characteristics, whenever we divide the group, then this will be created a classes, and all this sequence is called as the array. So it is the first array according to the short. So what will be the definition of short? Those who are having the height below 5, okay, below 5 feet, they will come here. So like this you can take means 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, or till 5 feet. So you can make it, you can bifurcate it further. So that is called as the second array. So here the array means the classes derived from the universe by a single characteristics. So based on the boys as a group, according to the height, we can make it short, we can make it a different groups, that is medium and tall, or we can make it a different classes. Okay. And then the next concept is chain. So chain is a classes having lineal kinship. So here we can understand the chain. So based on the boys, means height of the boys, we have divided, we have created the array. Okay. And then again, if we are going into the depth, then it will be this will be called as a chain. Okay. So this will be the array when it is comes to the horizontal, then this will be the array. And once we are going into the depth of the subject, okay, like short. So what will be the definition of short? Like 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet till 5 feet if we are taking. So some standardization will be there to define the meaning of short. Okay. So if we are going into the depth, then this is called as a chain. Okay. And here you can take the different example and the relation will be there. The lineal kinship or relation will be there. So without this link, you can't go further. So if you say short, then you have to come here like 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet till 5 feet. Okay. So here you can take the different example. I will use the another this one so that you can easily visible. Now you can take like the, it is not visible. Okay. So here you can take another example like world. So world is one world. Okay. In world, there are many continents. Like if we take the Asia, Asia is one of the continent. Okay. Then in Asia, various countries are coming. Like if you take the India, then India means means within Asia, India is coming. Then in India, Maharashtra is coming. So Maharashtra is having a different states. Then again, if you are means even the districts. So here in Nagpur is also coming. So Nagpur is also coming. Okay. So here this is called as a chain. This is called as a chain. So from here, if you take this is Nagpur and it is coming under world. So there should not be any missed link. Missed link means suppose if we can say if India is not there or India is missing. Okay. So once the India is missing, then the link is not there. Okay. So here the lineal kinship or some relation should be there and the link should not be missed. So here India should be there or Asia should be there. Then only the Nagpur will come. So this is called as a chain. So chain means going into the depth of the subject. So whole classification is based on the array and the chain. Okay. So yeah, that's why you have to understand what is mean by array and what is mean by chain. Till now the concept is clear. Shall I repeat it? What we have seen it, what we have discussed till now. We have discussed the universe of subject, means how the universe, original universe will be there. After that, what type of unitary classes are there, multiple classes are there, and then what type of characteristics we are choosing it, then array also, and then chain also. Okay. So shall we go further? So
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Anybody can take the attendance so that I can send it on group. Let me first clear it. So the scheme of classification. The scheme of classification is a scheme of classes filled with terminology and the notation. So here for understanding the canons, you have to see what is the scheme of classification. So the scheme of for classification is a scheme of classes filled with terminology. So there should be a terminology and there should be a notation. And all this scheme of classification involves the work in the three plane. So there are three planes in the classification, that is idea plane, then the verbal plane, that is called as a terminology. In idea plane, idea will be divided, whole universe of knowledge will be divided, okay, on the conceptual basis in idea plane. Then terminology, it involves the work in the verbal plane. So in verbal plane, we are making whatever the subject concepts are there, we are providing in terminology some word, terms we are providing to the subject. So that is called as a verbal plane. And notational plane involves the work in notational plane. So here we are using the symbol. So notation is nothing but it is a symbol. So whatever symbol we are using for the scheme of classification, means classification, it may be alphabets, it may be numbers, or it may be alpha numbers also, or it may be the mathematical sign also, or any symbol we can use in the library classification as a notation. So it depends how the classificationist has evolved by using the various type of notation. So what type of notation they have used it for representing the subject, that is called as a notation. So that plane, that notation we are providing in the notational plane. So idea plane will be there, verbal plane will be there. What will happen in idea plane? Ideas, whatever the subject ideas are there, that is formed in the idea plane. After that, the terms we are providing to the subject, and the notation, that is the main work of library classification, notation we are providing. So library science, for library science is the verbal plane, and here we are providing the notation, that is 0 to 0 is for library science. So the library science here we are providing as the class number. Okay, so this is the notation, 0 to 0 is the notation. So let me start with this concept, and before starting that concept, I would like to take your presentee. Just a minute. Okay. So here we will learn about all the idea planes, what are the importance of idea plane, what will be the verbal plane, then what will be the problem with the verbal plane, what will be the solution, and then notational plane, and how this notational plane is useful for what will be the advantage of separation of the plane of work, and what is the interrelationship between all three planes also we will see it, and then what will be the practical classification. Okay, so here in this particular presentation you will learn about the basic concept of library classification, and how this basic concept, now you are understanding it, the basic concept and the terms which is related with library classification. Like canon, you have understand what will be the original universe, what will be the classes, what is the group, how we are doing the ranking, and what will be the characteristics, what is the array, and what is the chain. Okay, so after that, this till now we have covered this basic concept. Okay, now we are going into the depth of the idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane. And friends, for all the plane we have a different canons. So near about, I think so, 26 cannons are there. Means more than that also. I have not counted it yet, but all the cannons you have to see it. Okay. So I think the time is running out. You can again rejoin it so that we can finish it today. And from tomorrow we can take that particular thing like cannons. We can start it. But before that, you have to understand what is idea plane, what is verbal plane, and what is notational plane, and how what will be the relation between these three plane. Okay, so when you want to devise any scheme, or you want to uh, means invent any scheme for library classification, you have to understand the canons of library classification, and based on the canons of library classification only you can easily make a different groups, you can easily make a different classes, and then you can rank it. So means you have to understand what are the canons of idea plane. So here we can see it. Let me first clear all the drawings. So the development of the three planes of work came up when there arose a separation of work in classification. And the three planes of work are assigned their own roles. They have their own roles. Each plane is having their own advantages. Okay. So the three planes we have seen it: idea plane, verbal plane, and the notational plane. And for what purpose we have to understand this idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane? Because whenever the classification is devise any scheme for library classification, then they have to see what is the universe of knowledge, then how this universe of knowledge is represented by the term or by using the various terminology, and how we can provide the notation so that we can follow the filtering sequence or the arrangement of the sequence, arrangement of the books or any type of documents. Okay, I think the time is less, so you have to rejoin it so that we can finish it today, and from tomorrow we can start our canons for each plane. Okay, so each plane is having the separate canons that tomorrow we can see it. So each plane is having a different and various canons, and that will be useful for all the planes: idea plane, verbal plane, and notational plane. So I think the time will be running out. You have to rejoin it so that we can finish it. So I will just leave this meeting and then I will rejoin it. You have to also rejoin it. Okay. So thank you. You have to rejoin it.